All right, so an outside of gaming nerd thing that I'm gonna talk about real quick. My sister and I have started a challenge. She just got a Goodreads, and so she's going crazy about that. Crazy about like logging books and stuff. And so we're having a challenge this year to see who can not it was at first who can read the most books, but then she realized I'm reading really short books. And so it's how many pages. It's like who can read the most
Oh,
pages
yep,
this year.
you're doing pages.
Yeah, who reads the most pages this year? So I can't cheat by reading a bunch of short stuff. But yeah, my sister and I are doing a reading off. But also, she's in like not the spicy book talk territory because that's weird and gross and we don't like that. But in like the
Ew.
yeah, ew. She's in like the tame side of book talk, so she's like deep into like full series. And I read like a theology book once in a while. Like I don't read big series or anything like that. So she's got the one up on that. Have you read a book, Christian?
What's a book?
Well,
I didn't even read the actual books for our projects in high school. I just looked them all up.
yeah, I know.
I just used chatbots and had them summarize the entire book for me.
Uh-huh. How was How to Kill a Mockingbird?
It's really good.
Uh-huh.
Read.
Yeah, quite.
I've actually read it before, like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But like I told her I was reading it in high school, like in one of my classes. I told my teacher that I was reading it.
Uh-huh.
I never did any of the reading, and
Uh,
I got an A on it because I summarized, like I just read summaries of the book and then I wrote the essay
mhm.
in one day.
I never finished a single book in that class except for the one that she actually assigned to us. I just kept,
Yeah, I read that. That was the one I read in a day,
uh-huh.
and then she got mad because I read it in a day somehow, and I don't remember why she was mad, but
It's a short book. It
it was
was
a short book. And then she's like, "Well, what are you gonna do with yourself for the rest of the classes now?" And I said, "Sit here and do nothing." And she goes, "That's unacceptable."
That's unacceptable. Well, that's what happens when you give us a short book in a AP class and go, "Hey, you can't read this in a
Yeah,
day."
no, she was just mad because she thought she could get one over me because
Uh-huh.
she's like, "Well, what's the book about?" And then I told her everything about the book and I told her how it ended and everything.
Uh-huh.
I answered all the questions she wanted me to answer
Uh-huh.
correctly. She was just mad. I bet she was just mad that I was done with it. I wasn't
Yeah.
lying.
Uh-huh. Yep. But yeah, I never read a book outside of that one in that class because I just always was changing what book I was reading because I never settled on one. 1984 sucks. That's my
That's
hot
why I
take.
read. That's why I quit reading books because I hate trying to find them.
Yeah.
So I don't
1984
want to.
sucks. I'll say that. That's my hot take. Fahrenheit 451 is better in every single way. Hot take. I don't care. It's true. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Courage, Wisdom, Power, the show where, wait, I lost my bit. There it is. Where we ask the important questions. For instance, would Paul have been a gamer? What would he have played? He seems like an Oblivion guy. We're a Christian gaming podcast where our mission is to have the courage to stand up for the faith, the wisdom to speak God's word, and the power to live for the Lord in everything we do. And just by listening, you are furthering that
Take you
goal.
a really long time to think about.
What do you mean?
Bet that took you a really long time to think of, didn't it?
No, it actually didn't. Like, you can take my roommate's word for it because he was in the room while I was thinking of it. But yeah, this season theme is Good Garbage Godly, where we'll be discussing games that got a lot of hate and not gaslighting ourselves into believing they're not only good, but you can pull a spiritual message out of them. But it's seeing the truth that they are good games and that they are spiritually mature games. Are you satisfied, Christian? Are you satisfied with that? Does that work?
That works greatly.
Okay. Today's passage on the subject is Philippians 4:11 through 13. And no, this subject is not going to be taken out of context like this passage usually is. Philippians 4:11 through 13. Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I'm Henry Nightingale. This is Christian Martin. Christian, did you play anything in the last week?
No.
Did you interact with anything in the last week?
No.
What have you been doing for the past week?
I don't even know, dude. Watching TV.
What did you watch on TV?
I don't even know.
Dang. YouTube. Okay, how's the PC?
Coming along. Well, my PC right now is revving up really loud because I'm using Discord and gaming at the same time.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted to.
All right. Fair point. What are you playing right now?
Monster Hunter Rise.
Tell us about it, because I know you've already done an entire playthrough of it. And tell us why you're playing it again.
Because I like it, and I want to play Monster Hunter, but I don't want to pay for Wilds.
There you go. That's understandable. What's so great about Monster Hunter?
Rise, just because it's easy for beginners.
Just in general, what's the appeal about Monster Hunter?
Basically, big boss simulator.
Okay. Big boss simulator.
Bosses, and the multiplayer is really fun.
Yeah.
The gameplay loops very satisfying. All you do is kill monsters.
I've heard it's a really great podcast audiobook game where you can just sit back, pop something in and just kill monsters. Cool. Is that all you got?
Pretty much.
Dang.
Played 3D Land for an hour.
How's 3D Land?
Just as 3D Land as I remember it.
That's the best way to describe it. Yeah. You played more Ever Oasis. How was the more of Ever Oasis that you played?
I didn't really play that much.
How much did you play?
Got 2 villagers.
Okay. What are they selling? Weed?
Balloons.
Weed?
What'd you say?
I said weed.
Weed.
Balloons. Okay. Cool. That's awesome.
Flower.
What?
Flower.
Christian, you had a task that I had asked you to do.
And I really did not do it.
There was an event that happened in the last week that I mentioned last episode in the midst of it, which ended yesterday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I think. Yes, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Christian, what was that event?
The demos.
What was it called?
Nextfest.
Nextfest? When does Nextfest happen?
Once every quarter.
Once every quarter. You got lucky this time, and the listeners got lucky this time, because usually Nextfest is a week of demos that are only available that week of games that are coming out soon. But this year, for some reason, a lot of the devs that were at Nextfest decided to leave the demos up. And so they're still available, or at least all the ones that I'm going to shout out are still available. I don't know about the rest of them, but most of them are still available, which is really awesome. So, at the time of recording, they are. The episodes usually come out just under a week after we record. So hopefully they'll still be up when this episode releases, because I really want you guys to play these games. And Christian, because of the nature of these demos, I'm going to try and sell you on these, because these are games.
Man.
These are games that are coming out that you can wish list and stuff like that.
Spend money on.
And they're all indies. They won't be expensive. So, I mean, what do you have to lose? Cool. Money. Not a lot of money, but yeah, money. So I played 50 demos, but we're not going to talk about all 50 because that's crazy.
How did you play 50 demos?
Because they're demos. They take 20 minutes to an hour. And also because I have like all my assignments done for pre-spring break, so that's pretty awesome.
I don't.
That's funny. So I have 23 of those, so just under half of them that I actually want to talk about. 25 if we have room for 2 others that I wasn't able to run, but I still have really high expectations for from what I was able to play. Like they crashed on me even. So we're going to stick to these 23, specifically the top 10. I want to start with the top 10 because those are the ones I really want to talk about. Because I do have some actual game to talk about once I'm done with these. So, Christian, are you ready for me to sell you on these?
I'm sure you really will sell me to it.
Heck yeah, I will. But before we do that, we're going to do the spiritual connection first.
If you're going to school to be a salesman.
Heck yeah, I am.
No, you're going to school to be a business person.
The next Donald Trump.
So you can have arguments on live TV with public people.
Heck
or
yeah.
With local leaders.
Yeah, heck yeah. I'm going to yell at Zelensky so bad. Anyways, what was I doing? Spiritual connection. So funny story. Because of all these demos, I forgot to write down the verses for this. I completely forgot to.
It's because you're not good at your job. You had one job.
I had one job. That was my bad. So here's the verse I got. Here's the passage I got for the connection. I'm going to say this first because I have a reason for it. I'll explain. Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name and cast out demons in your name and do many mighty works in your name? And then will I declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. So the reason that this is the thing is because this is how I felt when I was going through these demos. I was feeling this whole not everyone who calls Lord, Lord, because there were so many of these 50 demos that I like downloaded and I was so excited for. And I was like, this has so much promise, and it sucked. They were bad. They were bad games, and I hated them.
And they don't like you either.
And they don't like me either. But then there were so many that I played that were like, I was kind of on the fence about. I was like, these, I don't really care about these, honestly. And they were great. They were awesome. They were my favorite ones. So a lot of the ones I'm going to talk about right now are those ones that were amazing that just came out of nowhere and I didn't expect anything from them. Also, I'm going to say this at the beginning, all of the demos for these are still available. Every single one. I just checked this morning. Every single one of them is still there. So starting with the top 10. My number 10. Do you remember Lost in Random?
No.
So Lost in Random was Souls-like kind of deck builder. And it had like an epic Mickey, like twisted fantasy style to it. Came out just a few years ago. I played it on Switch. I don't think I finished it because I really didn't. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I understood what it was doing. I got that, but I didn't really fully connect to it. I thought it had a lot of potential, but it fell. It fell from that potential. I was cheesing my way through the game. It was really easy to cheese my way through it, and I didn't vibe with it. They are coming out with a sequel / spin-off to that is a isometric top-down roguelike action game it's just Hades. It's just Hades in the Lost in Random world. Like it's the exact same. Like I was playing through it and I was just like, this is just Hades. There's no difference other than it being in the world of Lost in Random. But it's better than Lost in Random. It's called Lost in Random: The Eternal Die. And as someone who didn't fully finish, it was really nice that they had like an intro cutscene that explained the plot of the game through the lens of the ending. And this is basically a direct sequel, kind of a midquel from what I understand. Midquels are a weird thing. They confuse me, so I get it. But it's just Hades. Which, what's wrong with Hades? I mean, Hades is great. Why wouldn't you want more of that? Why would you not want more of that banger gameplay? It was really sad.
Tired of it.
You're tired of it. But what if it was good? What if it was? What if somebody tried to do Hades?
What if I wasn't tired of it? Are you trying to sell me? Are you trying to sell me on the concept of me being not tired of it?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I am. I 100% am. So it sounds like you're not really connecting to this one. So I think we should move on to number 9. Okay, number 9. So this next I'm going full car salesman. So this next one, this one's called the Alpinist. So the Alpinist is a roguelike platformer with inspiration from both Celeste's movement and Ori's movement, and probably the best part of it, the part that actually drew me in, its art style is like based on the Peanuts and Big Nate and Calvin and Hobbes. It's got like that classic newspaper comic art style. It looks incredible. It looks so good. Like, I've never seen a game try and do that art style, and it looks really, really good. And like, it's really, really light on story. You're just a mountain climber who wants to climb to a certain point, and the mountain is randomly generated. And it's a giant open level, and so you just climb, and there's no enemies or anything. You're just climbing. It's just satisfying platforming puzzles just all the way up this mountain, and it randomly generates every single time. So you could spend like hundreds of hours just playing this over and over and over again. Am I selling you on this one at all? Am I? Kind of? Okay, that's good. So you've got different abilities. There's wall climbing. You have like a grappling hook, but your grappling hook can only hook onto like these glowing balls. And like what these like glowing balls do changes depending on the color. So orange ones you can swing from. Blue ones do like the Ori thing where they like launch you further into the sky. And then you can climb up walls. You can wall jump, kind of. You have a stamina gauge, but it's really just like you just got to take breaks every now and then, let the character just like breathe a little bit, and then you can get back to
it. Doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't affect anything.
So it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, just for the stamina part. Yeah, you're just sitting there just waiting for a second, and then you can go back to climbing. So what you're saying is you're kind of sold on this one.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. We're working. So that one's called the Alpinist. That one, I don't think it has a release date yet. That one's still TBD, but it does have the demo still up, so you can check that one out. Next one, this is one that I put in the top 10, partially because I really liked it, but also because I knew that I was required to talk about it on this show by content creative advisor Colton Anderson. Twisted Tower. So, Christian, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story with this one. I'm going to sell you with this story.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So, there's this guy. His name's Thomas Brush. Thomas Brush is a game designer, and he's a Christian. I don't know if that's public information or not. Oopsies. But Thomas Brush, he's a Christian. Not only is he a Christian, but creative content advisor Colton Anderson went on a missions trip with him, like in another country. That's pretty cool. He also has his Discord. That's pretty awesome. So Thomas Brush, he has a pretty good following online because he had 2 indie successes, Pinstripe and Neversong. They did pretty well, but he turned that success into an indie game dev curriculum. And he's been doing like a bunch of interviews with a bunch of indie game devs. And that's just like blown up into this whole thing. And so this has been one of the most anticipated things of the whole Nextfest. The whole Nextfest. Twisted Tower. So Twisted Tower. Twisted Tower is Thomas Brush's take on the BioShock style of survival horror. It's a narrative horror game where you play as this guy who gets like a Willy Wonka ticket to this island theme park called the Twisted Tower. And you realize very quickly by the fact that there's a dead body of a mascot right at the entrance that you get your first weapon from, which is a hammer. This is not going to be a fun ride. This is going to be a very violent ride.
That's not how you put me on the game. That sounds scary.
That sounds scary. And so you take your hammer and you fight like these bear mascot guys and goat mascot guys and like evil toy phones. You know those like toy phones with the wheels, like the one from Toy Story with the eyes? Yeah, those are evil. They have like a bunch of those.
I used to have one, and when you push him around, he rings.
Yeah, exactly. One of those. Yeah, they are enemies in this. So that's pretty cool.
I thought you're supposed to be selling me on this game.
I am selling you on this game. So it's BioShock. Like, it's got the same gameplay as BioShock pretty much. Only right now in the demo you just have a hammer and a gun. And you can upgrade those by finding tickets around the area that you use as your currency. And there's like just one or so floors that are available in the demo right now. But you just keep climbing up the tower, solving puzzles, learning more about the story through the environment, because that's a big part.
Start you at the bottom again, or?
I don't think so. But that would be interesting. If the whole thing's actually a roguelike, that would be actually pretty interesting. But I didn't die because it was... I don't know. If it's a roguelike, that adds
but
a
I
lot
didn't
to
die.
this.
I was just too good.
I was just too good.
Here's pro gamer. He plays on a laptop.
I'm a pro gamer, guys. But yeah,
plays on a laptop. A Lenovo ThinkPad laptop.
Yeah, Lenovo ThinkPad laptop. Am I selling you on this one? Does this sound interesting to you at all? This one?
Kind of. What's it called again? Twisted Tower?
Twisted Tower. And the demo's still up for that one. So, Twisted Tower.
How much is the game? Oh, wait, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. All of these are not out yet, except for one of them, which will be out the day after this episode. 2 days after this episode releases on your significant day. A significant day in your life. Yeah. I'm not going to make it clear why that day is significant.
Happy birthday, Mario.
Happy birthday, Mario, the day before. Anyways.
What do you mean the day before?
One of the games that I'm going to talk about later is coming out on the 11th.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The day after Mario Day.
The day after my special day.
The day of... Yeah, because Mario Day is your special day, yeah. That's the special day. Yes. Okay. Next up. This is one that Christian recommended without even playing it.
I totally played it, guys. I'm playing it right now, actually.
So you're playing the demo of He Is Coming right now?
Yes, dude.
You're playing He Is Coming?
Yes.
Okay. I believe
There's monsters. And I'm using a bow, and I'm shooting monsters with a bow.
That's not the gameplay at all. So He Is Coming is an auto-battler roguelike. So you wouldn't be shooting a bow because it's an auto-battler. It fights for you. And it has a classic PC-style graphics and a time loop mechanic. That's how they explain the roguelike part of it. It's a time loop.
Dude, I was just trying to find you games that I knew you could run on your PC.
Seriously? Well, the other one didn't run.
Which one? The classic CRT looking one?
Yeah. Also, that was a Vampire Survivors like.
How did that not run?
I don't know. It was really choppy, but yeah, that one's a Survivors clone. There were a lot of Vampire Survivors clones. It was really annoying. I had to sift through so many of those. But yeah, He Is Coming is an auto-battler roguelike with a classic PC style and a time loop mechanic. And the big thing with it is it kind of plays like Zelda 2's map and just Zelda 2's map.
Specifically Zelda 2's map?
Specifically Zelda 2's map. But also...
That's making me not want to play it.
But also it's open world. It's open world. And it does have like the different open world mechanics like towers. Like it actually has the towers. And then every 3 nights, so the day and night cycle goes by really fast. And I didn't realize this going into the game, but every 3 nights, a big boss appears, and you have to spend like the 3 days before building up your equipment and your level and stuff up to that boss fight. And I didn't realize that, so I kept failing so bad. But yeah, it's a really fun loop. I could see myself doing a few runs of that at some point. Are you being sold on this one?
I kind of want to play it now.
Okay. It's not one that takes a lot of time out of your schedule to play. It doesn't take long at all. I'll say that.
Because I'm playing something very demanding of my time right now.
Yeah, it is not a time-demanding thing. Next up, this one is one of my favorites overall, honestly. I don't know why it's... Actually, no. These last 6 of them are, like, the best ones I played. Like, these are must-plays for everyone, and ones that everyone needs to wishlist immediately. First one, number 6. Is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? Is it? I don't know. Well, that's the whole point of it. So you see, Is the Seat Taken is a puzzle game where you have to organize people into locations based on their seating preferences. So like at first you're given like a limo and a taxi or a bus, but then later on there's a theater. No, a what?
The battle bus?
The battle bus? Yeah, the battle bus. Exactly, the battle bus. Okay. And then there's also a theater and there's a concert. That's all that's in the demo, just those 5 locations. But you organize people based on like, oh, this guy wants to sit by a window seat. Oh, this guy didn't shower, but this guy doesn't like sitting next to people who stink. This guy wants to sit...
Anyone like to sit by people that stink?
There's some people who specifically do not like sitting by people who stink. You can sit anyone by them who is fine with it. But then there's also like at the concert, one person wants to dance. The other person does not want to dance and just wants to sit down and eat food. Or like this person wants to sit next to this specific person, but this specific person does not want to sit by this other specific person. And it's like all these different things, and you have to organize them into the seats based on all these preferences. And you get unlimited. It's pretty fun. Honestly, it's pretty great. I really enjoy it.
It's one of those games I probably have to play and I think that it's not stupid.
Yeah. You'd probably have to play it yourself to understand that it's not stupid. It's pretty great. I think it's pretty great. Next up, this is probably the highest profile demo of the indie side of things of the show. Wanderstop. I've told you about Wanderstop.
I think you have.
So do you think I need to remind you what Wanderstop is for this next one? Okay, so Wanderstop. Wanderstop is a game by the developer of Stanley Parable and The Beginner's Guide, which are 2 like all-timers, like great games. This is completely different from both of those. So Wanderstop is a cozy game where you sit and make tea at a tea shop for people. But
oh yeah, I remember now.
The twist is that you're playing as the swordsman who is like the greatest swordsman in ever. And you have, like, in the opening cutscene, she says, like, yeah, I made it to the top. I made it. I was the best. And then I lost. And then I picked myself back up, and I was like, oh, it's just one loss. It's not that bad. Let's get back. And then she lost again. And then again, and again, and again, and again. And so she was like, well, I just need to keep getting back up, keep fighting harder. And then she's like, okay, I got to go find like the goddess of swords people and go like learn more from her, and then I can come back and I can be even better. And so you get this cutscene of her like running through the woods, and your sword is getting heavier and you're getting really tired, and eventually you just pass out. And you wake up, and you wake up on a bench next to this guy who's like, hey, are you okay? I have some tea for you. Do you want to go make some tea with me? And at first I thought it was like, oh, did this guy just kidnap me? Like, was I just kidnapped and forced to relax? But no, it's literally like you can go out into the woods, like outside of the tea shack, but then you just pass out again because you're dead tired, and so you just go back to the tea shop.
Really? So you're stuck there,
You're
technically.
you're stuck there because you're burnt out. The game is about burnout, and it's about how sometimes you just need to chill. Even when you just really don't want to, sometimes you just need to relax. Just need to sit back, spend some time relaxing. And it's just this whole cozy game about this idea of just chilling. So that's the pitch. That's the pitch for that one.
I want it.
You want it?
Yes.
Awesome. You're going to really love the next ones I have to talk about. These aren't cozy games, but you're really going to love them because they're all ones that I know that you would be interested in. So are you ready for these next 4? You ready for some bangers that you're going to get really excited for?
Yes.
Okay, number 4, Haste, Broken Worlds. This is one.
Yes.
Did you hear about this one? Do you know about this one?
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
Okay, so Haste Broken Worlds is a throwback to Boost era Sonic, but only the 3D parts. Like none of the, like, you know how like with all Boost era Sonic games, the 3D sections where you're just running really fast through levels are just amazing, but then the 2D sections, like the forced 2D, like slow down sections, those suck. Like, you know.
Hot take.
Is that a hot take though? Like, I tried to replay Sonic Colors a few years ago, and I just, like, I loved the boost sections so much, but then the slowdown of the 2D segments, just, I couldn't do it. I hated it so much. So what if you had a boost era Sonic style game that's just the 3D segments? Just that. And so that's what this is. It's just the, like, running real fast across hills and doing tricks and stuff. And it's amazing. It feels so good to control. It runs super smooth on my laptop, which is super weird. But
that's good.
That's really good.
8th gen Intel i5.
8th gen Intel i5. It's really good. It's really good. It's really satisfying. It's really fun. And I know you're really going to like it because I know how you feel about Boost Era Sonic. I know how you feel about the 3D Sonic levels in the Boost Era Sonic. I know how you love those. So, you sold?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, next 3. So, number 3, Promise Mascot Agency. So, Promise Mascot Agency. You played Yakuza Like a Dragon. How far did you get in that, by the way?
Yeah, probably like 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay, not far at all. So, Yakuza, this franchise, is known for, more recently, this is kind of something that's popped up more in Infinite Wealth and Yakuza 0, some of the ones that have blown up a lot more recently. Or even I think they have some of this stuff in Pirate Yakuza. But this whole idea of just these absolutely bonkers side minigames that could be their own entire games. Promise Mascot Agency is basically if a Yakuza minigame was an entire game. So this is by the devs who made Paradise Killer. Paradise Killer was a game from a few years ago where it's like it's like a pantheon of gods that are doing like a murder mystery party thing. And it like did really, really well. I didn't play it myself, but I heard it did really, really well. This game is nothing like it. It's about a former Yakuza, a Yakuza who like failed a mission and was left for dead and now is legally dead. And he finds his way onto this little island that has a mascot agency that's failing. And so he decides, screw it, I'm going to buy out this mascot agency and I'm going to run it. And so you, this former Yakuza, are running a mascot agency and renting out mascots to different parties and events and stuff. And it's just about like building up this mascot company, this mascot agency, and just making this town a better place and making it blow up on social media too. So then people are renting mascots like all across Japan just from your little mascot agent. And it's just about building up this mascot agency while also making sure that the Yakuza isn't on your tail because you're supposed to be dead. You're not supposed to be succeeding right now. You're supposed to be dead. So you have to also just keep completely away from the public eye the whole time too. And so
what kind of art style is this game?
It's a 3D open world game. It has the option to turn on like a CRT filter, but like a camcorder CRT filter. And it's like a really subtle one too, because it's supposed to like evoke like a specific era of Japanese culture. I forgot what era that was, but it's an optional thing. But yeah, it's a 3D open world game. It does look like a Yakuza game. And the way that you send out mascots to do different jobs is you send them to do a job, but there's the chance of them running into an enemy during that, which enemies are like a doorway that's too small for them, or like they slipped in a puddle, or they scared someone or something like that. And so it turns on like this RPG card battler mode every time that happens, where you have to send out like other workers from the mascot agency that are just like normal people to go and help the mascot and like cheer them up or help them through the doorway or do something like that. And like the more you help them, the health bar of that so-called enemy is lowered. And it's super weird. This
stuff is wild.
It's really wild. It's really weird, but I'm really excited for this full release. Like, I'm really excited for the full release. It's going to be probably one of the funniest games of the year. Literally, the first mascot you have, the one that like is found at the agency, is a severed finger. And then the first one that you actually get that like walks into the agency in the demo is a block of tofu that won't stop crying because throughout childhood it was made fun of for being a block of tofu. Because for some reason in this world, mascots aren't people in costumes. Mascots are just a whole nother race that are just like cartoon characters, like living cartoon characters. It's a whole thing. It's weird. It's really weird, but it's really great. Am I selling you on this?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, number 2. Fumes. Fumes. So you remember the Mad Max game, right? You remember? Yeah. What did you remember about Mad Max? Did you play it at all? Did I ever give it to you to play?
No, I never actually played it, but
okay. Well, a big thing with the Mad Max game, it was trying too hard to fit into the box of both Ubisoft open world and also Arkham. And so I
thought it was good though.
It was, but it's a 7 out of 10 game, which is not a bad thing. Those are usually still very fun to play, and it was very fun. But the problem was Mad Max, the guy who's known for driving a car around and destroying cars, gets out of his car a lot in that game. Yeah, he gets out of his car a little too much. As in, there's more walking around exploring areas than actually driving around the car. And I didn't like that. That didn't feel right. Because Mad Max is supposed to be car guy destroying other cars. But what is he doing not in his car?
Arkham-based combat.
Arkham-based combat, exactly. And it's not even good Arkham-based combat. It's not even good. It's actually really...
I thought it was.
No, it's actually really poorly done. So this game says, okay, let's do a Mad Max game, but without getting out of the car. He's never going to get out of the car. Perfect. Awesome. It's a car battler in a vast open desert with PSX visuals. Why did I write PSX and why did I say PSX? Yeah, PS1, I'm not an annoying...
Did you think you were cool cool?
No, I'm not an annoying emulator guy who calls it the PSX. Nope.
Why do you think you're so cool, dude? Do you think you're better than everyone else because you call it the PSX?
No. I call it the PS1 just like everyone else.
I don't believe it.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, it's got PS1 visuals, really, really good car combat, like really satisfying, really arcadey too. I really loved it. And
Wait, did you say this has Duck Station style visuals?
Duck Station style visuals. And here's the part that makes it my number 2 game, because if it was just that, it would have fit into like the top 22, but like the reason it's a number 2 game, Shadow of the Colossus inspired bosses.
All right, I'm sold already.
So I was just doing the normal enemy, like fighting enemies and stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty satisfying. I like this. I'll play to the boss, I guess. And so it was like, hey, they've got a big boss coming in. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I see like this red laser point at my car, and then a claw grabbed it and pulled it all the way across the map. And I was just getting closer and closer to this giant moving fortress, and that's the boss. It like filled my screen. It went past my screen. There was no way I could actually see the full thing on my screen. And so you have to like take out a bunch of stuff on the outside of it, and then it opens up an elevator, which is just a grappling hook that grabs your car and then pulls you inside, and then the dungeon is inside the boss. And I don't mean like, oh, it like grabs you and then there's a loading screen and then it shows the inside. I mean like the boss itself is the dungeon. So like it's all loaded into the world. Like
that's awesome.
It's really cool. And so it grabs you and then it pulls you in, and then it's like straight into it. And so you're like driving around inside the boss, doing a bunch of parkour and stuff and like fighting enemies inside there. And then you take out the boss from the inside. And it's really, really awesome. I loved it. We need more Shadow of the Colossus style boss fights, because that's just so fun. Are you sold?
Yes.
Awesome. My number one here. This is one that I was so sad because I saw no one else talking about this. It made me so sad. And it's a game that's being developed by Fellow Traveler, which Fellow Traveler is a developer that's like getting pretty big more recently because they released Citizen Sleeper and 1,000 Times Resist. Like those are their.
You had to bring up Citizen Sleeper in every video, don't you?
I don't mean to.
Yes,
What?
I said video, not podcast.
It's fine. You do it all the time.
Hey guys, welcome back to the video.
Welcome back to the video, because this is an audio format. Okay, but Fellow Traveler, they released Citizen Sleeper 2, and 1,000 Times Resist. These are like big indie game releases, and so this is a pretty big studio. Nobody played this demo, and it made me so sad. Kulebra and the Souls of Limbo. Christian, hot take. Actually, not hot take. This is a pretty cold take. This is probably the only good thing that most people agree on with the modern Paper Mario games. Modern Paper Mario looks really good.
Yeah, I know. I would say that the visuals of Origami King carry the entire game.
They do. They really do. Modern Paper Mario's art style, that leaning heavily into the crafted side of things, looks really good. What if a game went after that art style and just did it? Just the exact art style. Like, no, like, changes or anything. It's literally just the modern Paper Mario art style. It looks exactly... So this game looks exactly like a modern Paper Mario game. It's not an RPG. It's a narrative game. It's a narrative puzzle game. But it's got that exact art style, and it looks incredible. So it has a time loop mechanic, but it's more like Majora's Mask than anything else. It's got a lot more inspiration from Majora's Mask. It's got a lot of Majora's Mask inspiration now that I think about it. And the plot is based around like the Day of the Dead style folklore. So the stuff that Coco, Book of Life, like that kind of thing. It's based on that kind of folklore, that kind of style. And somehow it hits a lot of the same plot beats as Coco, only sadder. So you play as a Kulebra, which is like the spiritual entity that's like destined to like do good and also like bring souls to contentment. And so you like go into these locations. The one that's in the demo is this floral shop that's owned by a mother and daughter. And you just learn about the people in these locations and like learn what's going on in their lives and what you can do to help them move on. And so there's a lot of Spiritfarer in there, a lot of Spiritfarer inspiration in that aspect of it.
All right.
And so it's got that like environmental puzzle solving like the world of Paper Mario. So just think of like just the puzzle part of Paper Mario, and it does that, and then the story too. And then also boss fights. It has boss fights in it too, like RPG style boss fights.
So is there like turn-based combat or?
No. It's not an RPG. It is a narrative puzzle game.
So how's there RPG-based bosses then?
Because when you get to the final stage of some of the people who you are trying to help move on, they don't want to move on. And so they fight back by releasing this like ultimate like dark boss form. And so then you have to do like this RPG battle thing against that final form to try and further convince them to move on. And it's really good. The time mechanic, the time loop mechanic is every day, like every time the sun sets and rises again, they completely forget everything from the day before. Like everyone except for you and like this bird, it's like this bird, like postal service guy. Those are the two people who remember everything from the day before. And then there's one other thing, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yep.
So the time loop is every single day is a complete reset, except for the things in the world. So like the things you collect in the world, and then like if you opened a door that was locked, then it'll still stay opened the next day. So the only things that change in the time loop is everyone forgets everything except for you and this bird guy. And so you're just meeting with each of these people and just helping them with their problems and helping them move on. And then you can move on to the next area. Also, at the end of the demo, it hints at there being like a greater villain character too that will appear. And that was really interesting. And I'm really excited for that. So yeah, this is one that has a whole lot of potential behind it. I'm really excited for this. Like, I'm buying this day one.
If you can run it.
Oh, I can definitely run it. It ran so smoothly on here. The thing with the Paper Mario art style is it looks incredible, but it's also not hard to run at all because it's actually pretty low poly. So that's pretty awesome. What time are we at for the recording? We're at almost an hour already. That's wonderful. So the other game that I played, I'm going to save for next week. And I'll just fly through these other demos so you guys can check them out. I'm just going to like give a brief explanation of each of these. First, there's Am I Nima, which is a psychological horror visual novel where you're an imposter trying to convince your mom that you're not. Bad Cheese, which is a psychological horror game based on the public domain version of Mickey Mouse. That one freaked me out real bad. Bambas, you play as a pair of shoes. And you're just it's a walking sim, but a literal one. Deck of Haunts, which is a roguelike deck builder that's like Monster House, like the movie Monster House, but you are the haunted house. And then there's Deliver at All Costs, which is a vintage Americana-inspired isometric delivery sim with completely destructive environments. Very funny game. Definitely check out. Diacritic is a puzzle game that feels really unsatisfying, but I think that's on purpose for a specific vibe. Goodlands is a cozy archaeology game inspired by Animal Crossing and a short hike. Hazard Pay is a Sokoban block puzzle game about being a crime scene cleaner, if you know what I mean. You're hiding bodies. And cleaning up blood.
Is it fun?
It's very fun. It's actually really, really fun. Islands and Trains, a game with no objective. You just play with trains. It's just you just make a train track and you play with trains. I really like that one. That one was really relaxing. Monaco 2, a stealth game that's probably incredible in co-op, but I played it solo, so it wasn't as fun, but I can definitely see a lot of potential in the co-op. Moves of the Diamond Hand, which is a tabletop-inspired RPG / immersive sim by Cosmo D, creator of Off Peak. If you don't know who Cosmo D is, go check out his work. It's really freaking weird, and this one is probably his freaking weirdest thing so far. And last but not least, Once Upon a Puppet, which is a 2.5D survival horror platformer with puppeteer-inspired visuals and world. That's Nextfest. That's Nextfest right there. I was going to talk about mouthwashing, but now I don't have time to, so we're going to save that.
Why not? You should talk about mouthwashing, dude.
I would talk about mouthwashing, but I have just as much to say about mouthwashing, and I don't want this to be a 3-hour episode. So, for the sake of me editing later, I'm just not going to talk about it this episode. I'll save it. Yeah,
I want to hear you talk about mouthwashing.
Then get excited for next week when we'll talk about it. I'll tell you all about it. Don't worry. I promise.
I'll just make you tell me later.
Okay, I probably will. I have a lot to say about it. Anyways, Christian, since you didn't play anything, it's time to move on to the next segment. You know what the next segment is.
Oh, gosh.
You know what the next segment is. What's the next segment, Christian? What is it?
Road to Switch 2.
Road to Switch 2! All right, for Road to Switch 2 today, we're going to talk about probably a topic that I can probably get a good thing out of this. New 3D Mario. What's that going to look like? That's the topic. New 3D Mario.
So, I think that it's going to look like a combination. Remember Bowser's Fury?
Yes. Indeed.
I think they were cooking there. I think that's going to be.
I think we all agree on that. Yeah.
To what we're going to see, I don't know if I think we're going to see 2D Mario on a scale that 3D. So I think we're going to see 2D Mario platforms and levels in an open world.
Okay.
Like Bowser's Fury was.
Yeah. All right.
Or we're going to see Odyssey 2. Either one.
Yeah. I see that. Okay.
But I just think it's weird that they did Bowser's Fury. I felt like that came out of nowhere.
It really did. But
that's the last 3D Mario game we've had.
Yeah, it is.
When did 3D World come out on Switch? I can't remember.
You should probably Google that because I'm not gonna know.
Why don't you Google it?
Okay.
I can't.
Keep telling us about Bowser's Fury. Keep telling us about the mechanics you want to carry over from that.
Bowser's Fury is all in one hub, and you slowly unlock as you go. And there's a lot of mini islands with like platforming challenges and stuff.
2021.
Huh?
It came out in 2021.
Dang, that didn't seem like it came out that long ago.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
I remember begging for them to port 3D World to Switch.
Yeah, I do too. I remember that. So yeah,
didn't I get it for my birthday one year and we beat the entire game in like one sitting?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was like great.
3D World.
Oh, 3D World or Bowser's Fury?
Yeah,
I remember we did that with Bowser's Fury. So yeah, the large open After Sonic Frontiers, open zone is buzzword now, so I'm using the buzzword because it's a nice shorthand for small but contained open world. Open zone. So, large open zone. How do you feel about the word open zone, Christian?
I don't like it. It's stupid. Guys, it's not open world, it's open zone.
It's open zone. It is stupid, but, it works. Aren't most new genre names stupid? I mean...
It's not a genre, though.
Well, aren't most modern gaming terms stupid? I mean, roguelike. But we're getting... Soulsborne, Metroidvania. We're getting... There's a genre called cozy games that doesn't have a specific characteristic. It's just the vibe of being cozy. That's stupid. That's
really dumb.
That's really dumb. Like, have you ever thought of what a cozy game is? Describe a cozy game to me. What is it?
I really can't. Like, I don't know, like Stardew Valley.
Okay, what makes it a cozy game? Exactly.
I don't know. The best part of Stardew Valley is the dungeon area for me. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A cozy game is a game that just makes you feel cozy. That's the whole thing. It's a genre based around vibe. That's weird. What mechanics are it? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, yeah, open zone. So open zone area. That's the shorthand we're gonna use for now. Fury mode. Do you think Fury mode could be something that could carry over at all? Or like the general ideas?
I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, maybe like a weather system or something that can affect things.
Yeah,
I think maybe the environmental factors, or like they're gonna make a lot of things that can drastically change the level like instantly. Or
yeah, I feel like Final Fantasy 16 did something similar in the last, like, I think that was 2023 when that came out. Yeah.
It's been a while. I didn't really pay attention to that release, but
yeah, me neither. I don't think a lot of people did.
It's Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, and after Final Fantasy 15, I don't know where people's hype would be coming from. Not that 15's a bad game, but Final Fantasy 16, they did a mechanic that was like, there was like this mechanic in it that was like there's world events or something like that. Like there's things that will happen in the background, like while you're playing it, like you aren't even in the area and they happen still. So like, I don't know, maybe they could do something similar to that where it's just like, just naturally things will happen sometimes that like are just uncontrollable, just like weather events, like that kind of thing. Or maybe like someone's passing through or something like that. Like I feel like that's a good evolution of Fury and what Final Fantasy 16 did. 3D world style platforming. First of all.
No, actually no.
No. First of all, just let's figure this out real quick. What do you think is the best feeling 3D Mario?
Sunshine.
Really? Okay. Well, what about just like without FLUDD, like just Mario? Like which
Sunshine.
one? Still Sunshine. Wow. Okay. Wow. Is that a hot take?
I don't know.
Okay.
You gotta admit how smooth the control is though.
It is. You're not wrong. It is pretty smooth. What smooth, like how do you think the 3D platforming overall could transfer over? Like what do you think would be the best feeling 3D platforming overall for 3D Mario? Like moving on.
Like game to game basis, or
yeah, game to game basis. What do you think should carry over, and what do you think like they could add on that was maybe left out from another game? Like what made Sunshine feel so smooth that wasn't in the other ones?
It's more just how much they kind of overdid everything compared to the 64 version. That's the only reason it felt so much better.
So you're saying like dial it back even?
No, I honestly, I just want Galaxy free, so I'm just gonna say
Fair point. Fair point. All right. That's fair. Okay. I'm going to stop with that question because I don't really know where to take it from my own opinion because I think all 3D Mario games feel good to play still. So moving on, I have this sorted into the 3 major Mario games that could influence it that have come out recently. We've got Bowser's Fury first, and then we're going to go with Wonder. Even though that's a 2D Mario game, there's still things that could carry over. This is something that came up in the Mario Kart 9 discussion and is still coming up. Is the Wonder art style still being carried over to everything else? Is that something?
I don't want it to be.
I don't either. I really don't.
Also, that Donkey Kong model.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the Donkey Kong model again. So, if I was going to compare how I feel about the Wonder art style being used for more things to another piece of media, I'd compare it to Mickey Mouse's art style change in like the 2010s when he changed from the Mickey Mouse we know and love to like the ugly Mickey. You know what I'm talking about? Like
No.
like the new shorts Mickey, like the one that pops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ugly Mickey. Yeah. Like what? Like that's how it feels. That's how this art style change feels. It's like it's not that it's a bad art style. It's just it shouldn't be the style. Like this.
No, I think if they locked that to 2D Mario games, I think I'd be fine with it.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least for a while. But I honestly think they should change the art style every game because
Ooh,
that's how they got people to hate 2D Mario last time, is they made the same game over and over again.
exactly. Yeah. They should play with the art style overall. Yeah. That should be a consistent thing. I don't know why they don't do that more. Cuz some of their best Mario games are the ones that change style. Mario Strikers, dude. Strikers, the style, man. Oh, the original, I mean. Not whatever that Switch version was.
The Switch port, dude, it's so good.
It's so good. So the Wonder Art style, we don't want it to transfer over, but there's a chance of it transferring over. How would we feel if it did transfer over? Worst case
Not good.
scenario.
Oh, the 3D, just the 3D.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one game I'd be okay with it. I mean, it's a good art style.
Yeah. Like it's not a bad art style. It just doesn't feel like it should be the style. Wonder
I
Seed.
feel like the only reason they got away with the art style is because it was another land.
Yeah. That's a fair point. That's a really fair point. Yeah.
Don't you own Mario Wonder?
Yeah, I do. I haven't played it yet. Oops. I'll play it eventually. Wonder
What'd you
Seed.
get Mario Wonder at?
I got it for where did I get it? I think I got it for Christmas. I think. Yeah, I got it for Christmas. No, I didn't. Where did I get Mario Wonder? Where did I get it? What? I don't know.
I pre-ordered it. Or no, I got it on launch.
Yeah, you did. I remember that. Huh. Where did I get Mario Wonder? No, I did get it for Christmas. I got it for Christmas last year. Not last year, 2023. Okay. Wonder Seed style inversions. I don't know what I mean by this. I don't know why I wrote that down. Wonder, like,
You were just trying to cook, but it doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't. I'm basically just asking, what if they did Wonder Seed in 3D? Huh? I don't know. Wonder Seed in 3D, I'm good. We don't need to. Mixed with the open zone mechanic, I don't think that would work out. I don't know.
That would be so much development time, dude.
Oh, yeah, so much. Oh, my goodness. That would eat up development time. I would feel awful for the workers. So we're moving on. Mario Odyssey. I don't have much for this one, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Where do we go from Cappy as a movement control? Because Cappy felt really, really...
The same way we went from Flood. I mean, like that was a big gameplay change, and it was a one-off, right?
That's true.
So
And then Galaxy also had the one off of.
yeah, but that's not as crazy. That was more just jump correction, dude.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cappy's just a one off. Okay.
And then 2 had Yoshi.
Two-eyed
in
Yoshi.
3D.
Yeah, that's true. Two-eyed Yoshi. And okay. Yeah. I see that. I see that. So do you think they no, that's not even a question. They could totally, if they wanted to do another one of those buddy movement mechanic things, which they'll probably do that. Which this is making me think about something. Zelda companions outside of, so Echoes of Wisdom brought back the Zelda companion with Tri.
Yep.
Is Mario doing Zelda companions now? Are companions just as prevalent in Mario games, and we just only really paid attention to it in Zelda?
Think about this though, Henry. There's companions in Galaxy and to Galaxy 2, and there's a companion in Sunshine.
Yeah. So do we want another companion in a Mario 3D world? Well, a 3D game. A 3D Mario game. Do we want another companion?
Every 3D Mario game but 64 has a companion.
That's true. But do we want another one? First of all, that's the first question.
I don't think it really matters.
That's true, because I didn't even notice that every single one had a companion until now. I didn't even notice until now. So
actually 3D Land and World don't, but
yeah, but those are one-offs, I feel like. Those are arguable for 3D Mario. So yeah, that's what I got for that. For the 3D Mario game. Just brimming, like, letting the ideas flow. Just like, what would this new 3D Mario game look like? That's all the ones I have written out. So let's say large open zone areas, similar to Bowser's Fury more than Mario Odyssey. That would be really fun. Fury in that it's like some sort of like weather system or environment changing mechanic, more similar to like Final Fantasy 16 even. 3D, not 3D World, 3D platforming is still on the fence because all of them feel good, so it doesn't really matter. And whatever Nintendo does, it's probably going to still feel good. Wonder art style, we're okay with it if it happens, if it's a one-off and that's it. Wonder Seed is too much development time. And
I would be very surprised if they brought that back, Henry.
I would too. I would be extremely surprised. And where do we go from Cappy? Do we have another companion? Our consensus is it doesn't matter because I didn't even notice that there were companions in the first place.
Yep.
All right. Cool. That's Road to Switch 2 for today. Tune in next week for
My favorite segment.
I know it is. Hey, Christian, guess what? We have 2 more of these. Yeah, 2 more.
Dude, I'm ready for the Switch 2 just to come out, so...
Uh-huh. We're almost done.
Dude, I'm probably not even going to buy it on launch, dude.
Uh-huh.
At this point...
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the hype's kind of died.
Yeah, that's what this whole thing is. I'm just trying to keep the hype up because I do want to keep the hype up.
Do you think it's just me and you that the hype's died, or do you think it's...
I think it's just you, man. Because, I mean, I'm pretty hyped. There's a frequent amount of people... We just don't know anything about it, too, is the thing.
just really don't care about consoles anymore unless it's Nintendo.
But this is a Nintendo console.
Yeah, but I just want to see it release.
That's fair. Anyways, next up.
Maybe I just need to let the Direct happen.
Yeah. So next up, speaking of that, kind of, the next segment of this is dead, forgotten Nintendo franchises that could have the chance of rising again. And we'll talk about the likelihood of these franchises rising again. I've got a big old list.
We should do one where we talk about what we think is going to get ported or enhanced or going to have like a dual release.
Exactly. We can even talk about that in that one.
Didn't they confirm that they're going to do a dual release of a couple things?
Yes, I think they did.
I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be one of them.
I wouldn't be surprised. And then after that, The last like standalone that we're gonna do for a segment of this is third-party ports, both confirmed and not, because we have a lot that have already been confirmed. This is like the only games that we have confirmed that aren't Mario Kart 9 are just a whole bunch of third-party companies just coming out being like, hey, we got like 50 games coming out for this console or something like that. And so we're going to talk about confirmed and not confirmed, what would work, what wouldn't work, and what could be the Skyrim of Switch 2. And then if there's another recording session before the big reveal, then we're just going to talk about the Switch 2 in general. And we're just going to talk about how we feel about it. And it's just a whole segment where you can just talk about how you kind of feel apathetic about it. Cool. We're almost at the end of the road. We're almost there.
Switch 2.
We're almost off the road to Switch 2. We're almost there.
The road to Switch 3.
The road to Switch 3. This is... So you know the game Desert Bus? Have you heard about the game Desert Bus?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is a game that was made by Penn and Teller, like the Magic duo.
Yay!
And it's just you sit in a bus in the driver's seat of the bus, and it's just 6 hours of you driving through a desert.
Is it fun?
No. You're just sitting there driving for 6 hours, and it's supposed to represent the drive from somewhere to Las Vegas or something like that. It's like this long, like famous drive out in that area. Well, out in Nevada.
Is this game free?
No.
I pay for pain?
Yeah. Yes, you do. But yeah, that's what the Road to Switch 2 is. The Road to Switch 2 is Desert Bus.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Song time. Haunted House Mud House times 4. Backwards. I hope you enjoy.
What are we going to do when we get done with backwards?
Reverbed. I don't even know what that means, but reverbed. Something like that.
Wait, what's the maximum
5.
speed?
5.
So we only got one more time to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll figure it out. Anyways, enjoy this. All right, so the real song for song time is a song by Bachtel. That's in full caps, Bachtel. And it's called It's You We Want to Be With, here in parentheses, Here For You. It's the beginning of a full worship album that I ask all of you guys to go listen to called Live at the Bachtel House. It's incredible. You got to go check it out. So hope you enjoy this. This is You We Want to Be With, from Live at the Bachtel House.
You we wanna be
Christian, do you remember what game we're talking about today?
Yes.
What game are we talking about today?
Hotel Mario.
Give us your understanding of Hotel Mario real quick.
It's a game where you close doors.
Exactly. That's the end. That's the whole show. That's all you need to say. Hotel Mario. Christian, why is there a Mario game on another console? What's
Because
the...
Nintendo doesn't like Sony.
What do you mean by that? What's the story with that?
So Sony and Nintendo were gonna make the Nintendo PlayStation.
Whoa.
And that Nintendo dropped out of the deal last minute because they said, that's stupid. We're not going to actually do that because we don't want to pay you money for the rights to the CD.
Yeah.
So they partnered with Philips, and they never actually released anything. They didn't release the CD add-on to the Super Nintendo.
Isn't Philips the guy? Isn't Philips the guy that made my mechanical toothbrush?
Yes.
Why is Nintendo teaming with the guy that made my mechanical toothbrush?
Because they were going to make good games such as Hotel Mario. And Zelda. Yeah. No, what actually happened was the CD add-on for the Super Nintendo fell through, but they still had bought rights to make a couple Nintendo games.
Okay.
Licensed.
Yeah.
So Nintendo was like, yeah, sure. Do it.
So I did some research. Yes. With their developers. So I did some research on the CDI itself and what the CDI actually was. Did you know the CDI was not actually a game console? Like,
it was a CD?
Not even just a CD player. It was made specifically for medical use. It was made to be like a transportable device that doctors and pharmacists could use to present CD videos of their medical experiments and devices and stuff. Like,
bro's yapping right now.
Like safety videos and stuff. I know I'm yapping, but like the CDI was not made for video games in the first place. We gotta set that before we talk, because that's.
But it has the controller.
That is a remote control. That is
it's not.
That is a TV remote. That is a TV remote that you play video games with. That weren't even it wasn't even made for video games. So, fun fact about Philips and Sony, the reason why this whole thing happened, the reason why Nintendo went to Philips and Sony is because Philips and Sony were the ones who invented CDs.
Well, that and Panasonic.
And also Panasonic. But the big thing was they invented the idea of CDs and CD-ROMs. And so Nintendo wanted to team with at least one of them to get in on this new thing. And, they didn't. They did not do that. They did not go to CDs. And even to this day, if you, look, yes, Nintendo eventually went to discs for games, but only for 3 consoles. Their cartridge all the way. They always.
You know that the only time they used actual standard discs was the Wii, right?
I can believe that.
The Wii U was proprietary. The Wii U had special discs that were really smooth.
Yes, I knew that. That's why they're thicker and they got the rounded edges. Yeah.
No, the Wii was the only time they've ever used actual standard stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
Interesting. Huh.
Some early Wii U's can be homebrewed, or Wii's can be homebrewed to play DVDs.
Really? Huh.
Because it's the only console that's actually a DVD player.
Yeah.
Well, so the Wii U was Blu-ray, but it was weird.
Yeah.
But I guess you can call it a Blu-ray player if you want.
Yeah. And then there was the GameCube.
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was. GameCube discs are still weird.
I
Yeah,
like them.
I like them too, but they are weird. Anyways, the CDI, the Philips CDI, not made for video games. And so at first, when they first started porting games to it, it was like arcade games, like most famously the Dragon Lair games, Dragon Lair 1 and 2 and Space Ace. And that one, like Wild West shooter, light gun shooter that I forget.
Remember the CDI sidewalk?
Though I remembered that. That's an interesting video. That is a very interesting video. Go check that out if you want, guys. That's an advertisement for the CDI that represents all the games that were coming to it. It's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. So Hotel Mario was developed by a team within Philips, a small gaming team that they pieced together. And it was a team of people that were all really, like, actually friends and also didn't really know what they were doing, but also they didn't care because they were having fun. And they also had an animator for the animated scenes for both that and Zelda that would later on do stuff for the King's Quest series that actually did look really, really good. So they eventually got good at making cutscenes. But they were apparently formerly from Disney, and so that was enough. They hired him, and this person animated all the cutscenes, and that's how we got what we got. And like, yay! The key thing I want you guys to remember.
They do the voice acting.
The voice acting. So they did get one guy to play all the guys in the game. Every single male character in the game is played by one dude.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And then Princess Peach is played by a friend of a friend. They literally like called up a friend, was like, "Hey, do you know anyone who sounds like Peach from the Mario games?" And they're like, "What does Peach sound like? We don't know what that sounds like." Do you know anyone who has like a princess voice? Oh yeah, my friend like Cheryl, and her name wasn't Cheryl, but it's like, oh yeah, my friend Cheryl, she'll come over. It's like, cool. And then they had that person do Peach. So fun tale there. But yeah, the development of Hotel Mario went really, really smoothly. It was actually really wholesome to read about. And I'm going to just get the godly out of the way because it has to do with the development. As you remember from the verse that I read, Philippians 4:11 through 13, not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. You probably only heard that last part. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. So we're going to do it in context. We're doing it in context. So
we're doing it in context.
In context. This is actually like joked around. Philippians 4:13 is joked around to be the most out of context verse of all time. The context of it is about contentment. It's about being content with where you are. And that's exactly what the Mario Hotel team showed. They just made the game, and they had fun with it, and they made friends along the way, and they the real Hotel Mario was the friends we made along the way. And they're even wow. They're even friends like to this day too. Like there's interviews with some of the staff where they've said like, yeah, I still like a year ago I talked to those two, like I visited those two. They live over in so and so. Like the development team, they're still friends. They still hang out. They still check in on each other because they were friends. Even two of them got married. Like that's so sweet.
So sometimes they have the conversation. Remember Hotel Mario?
Remember Hotel Mario? Also, they believe they made a good game. To this day.
No.
Because they did. Hotel Mario is a very good game. It is a hidden gem. It's the highest selling game on the CDI, on the Philips CDI, and that's not a confirmed number, but I don't
Was it
care. No, but it did actually do really well critically when it came out. Like, a lot of people actually did review it really strongly.
That's the funny thing about it. I have heard that.
Yeah, it reviewed like
It
really
wasn't reviewed
well.
that badly.
Yeah, it did really well commercially. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the highest selling game on the CDI. So Hotel Mario is a game where you play as Mario, who is a bellhop in a hotel. His goal is to close all the doors. He closes all the doors. And enemies will try and open the doors.
He has fun doing it.
What?
And he has fun doing it.
And he has fun doing it. And enemies will try and close the door, will open the doors, and so you gotta close them again. Then you gotta take out the enemies by jumping on them, but there's certain enemies that have to be jumped on a specific way. Like the Wiggler, you can only jump on the head, and you have to do it how many times there are parts of its body. And there's a fire flower, but it's broken, as in it's the most powerful item, and also the fireball can go over enemies' heads very easily. But that adds a strategic edge to the gameplay, just like the fact that enemies can attack you between floors. So an enemy a floor above you can still hurt you, even though it's not on the same floor.
Why did they do that? What's the reasoning for that?
Strategic advantage planning and stuff. Did you know Mario wasn't supposed to jump in this game? That was another fact I learned. Mario wasn't supposed to jump, but then
How was he supposed to kill anything?
Well, you see, one of the developers' kids saw that Mario couldn't jump and said, "This feels wrong. Why can't he jump?" And so they added it in that he could jump.
That's what it took?
What?
That's what it took?
Yeah, like a little girl, one of their daughters, came in and saw that Mario couldn't jump and was like, why isn't he jumping? That feels wrong. And so they made him jump. Yeah. That's what it took. That's what it took. So Hotel Mario is a puzzle platformer where you have to close all the doors. And now you get between levels, you can't just jump up to the level above you. You have to take an elevator. You have to take the elevator every single time. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. And then there's...
No, it's not. It teaches you patience, dude.
It teaches you patience. It's a spiritual successor to Wrecking Crew on the NES. If somebody told me that I was a spiritual successor to Wrecking Crew on the NES, I'd shake their hand and tell them I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the guts they have to say something like that. Christian, are you a spiritual successor to Wrecking Crew on the NES?
No, and I don't think I desire to be.
Well, okay. Well, this is a spiritual successor to Wrecking Crew on the NES. Oh, and the cutscenes. Oh, the cutscenes. Oh, they're beautiful. It's the first time Mario could ever speak, right? This is before that board game collection thing, the first thing Charles Martinet was a part of.
The one, what is that? That one's so funny, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fly for you.
No, that's Mario teaches typing. I'm talking about the one where he plays chess with you and stuff.
No, the Mario faces in that one too, I think.
Is it? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's a bonus game.
I'm gonna fly for you. Ow, my nose.
Oh, my nose.
Oh, my nose. But no, this has the iconic lines. The iconic lines of, you know what they say, Luigi? All toast is toast.
Hey, I just want to say one thing.
Huh?
Have you ever heard anyone say that before?
All the time. Every day. I hear it every single day, every morning. by the toaster. You know, man, all toasters toast. All of them. Do you hear it every day, Christian?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Don't forget about the iconic line, I hope they have lots of spaghetti. Don't forget that.
Yeah, remember the iconic line, no.
No. And then Luigi also looking up and going, over there. That one's funny. That one's also funny. I can't think of any other quotes from that. There's like a million plus that we could be referencing right now. There's so many. There's a reason we're not doing the Zelda ones yet, because the Zelda ones, it's just more of this. But we'll get to that another day. We'll get to that eventually. Anyways, cutscenes, they're beautiful. Disney quality, as that animator was expected to do. Yeah, great stuff. Really wonderful stuff right there. So, Christian, do you think that we need a remaster of Mario, Hotel Mario on the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yes.
Do you think that should be one of the dead franchises that Nintendo brings back?
Yes.
Hotel Mario.
Oh, Hotel Mario.
Well, I got a question for you. If they were going to bring back Hotel Mario, what do you think a modern Hotel Mario would be like?
The best thing I've ever played.
Describe it for me with modern Nintendo mindset. You know, the Nintendo that made what was it? Everybody 1-2 Switch. That Nintendo.
The bestest thing I've ever played.
What would modern Hotel Mario be?
The best thing I've ever.
Would you buy the Hotel Mario Battle Pass?
No, but I'd buy the Hotel Mario 3D game.
Hotel Mario.
3D Hotel Mario.
3D Hotel Mario. So, 3D Hotel Mario, you see, it plays like Luigi's Mansion, only you can jump. And you can see every floor. And you're just trying to close doors. And also, the enemies on the floor above you can attack you. Oh my goodness. What am I thinking? This could be the greatest thing ever.
Did you get into the drugs again?
No, I'm just tired and I haven't had my coffee tonight.
I hadn't had my cocaine yet.
I haven't had my cocaine yet. Okay. Hotel Mario. I don't have more to say about it. Do you have more to say about Hotel Mario?
No.
No. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm gonna do the outro stuff now. First off, Patreon. We have one Patreon bonus right now, and it's really great. And I ask all of you to go listen to it. Patreon is $2 a month. Or is it $3 a month? It's either $2 or $3. I gotta double check that. It's $2 or $3 a month.
It's gonna be 15 soon.
It's gonna be 15 soon. No, I'm not doing that. It's $2 to $3 a month. Once you have a subscription, you have access to all the Patreon bonuses that we will release. Or you can buy them separately for like $3 to $4.50 on iOS, which is a really weird thing. But $3 separately for each bonus. Do you really want to do that? Or do you want to pay $2 a month to have access to all of them? Exactly. So, subscribe to our Patreon so you can check out all of those things when they release. And just check out all those fun little audio commentaries. Because right now, our One Piece is a audio commentary. One Piece! No, it's an audio commentary on our first episode. And it's really great because we said I said a lot of stupid things in that first episode. Christian said some stupid things in that episode, but not as stupid as the things I said. One Piece. So go check out that audio commentary. It's really great. Discord. Go start talking on the Discord. There was a little bit of conversation on the Discord. You know why? Because my birthday was on the 28th. My birthday. I'm fine with making that public info.
What did you do? Did you type on it?
Yeah, I did. I just said, it is birthday. And then somebody responded. One of the fans, one of the listeners responded.
Wait,
Happy
really?
birthday. Yeah. One of the listeners responded, happy birthday. So thank you. I'm going to shout you out, actually. I'm going to shout you out as a person who used the Discord. Okay? Just to prove that there's people. Dolling on the Discord.
Do you actually know who this person is?
I don't know.
Really?
I actually don't know. Yeah, Dolling on Discord. It's his birthday today, as we're recording, apparently. That's actually really cool.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, Dolling. Happy birthday. Yeah, okay. Happy birthday, man. Oh, my goodness. Are you okay?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay. Merch. Our merch. We have the same merch that we had last time. Go check it all out. Go get a Sell Your Skylander shirt and send a picture of it to Christian's Discord privately. Private message him. Actually, no. Tag him on the Discord whenever with a picture of you wearing the Sell Your Skylander shirt.
I can't believe you're trying to get people to DM me photos of themselves with my shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. Because I want you to sell your Skylanders.
It's too much work.
Do it.
How about you help me try to sell them when you get back here?
Fine.
You gotta help me list them.
Okay, I guess.
Haven't you sold something on eBay before?
No, I haven't. I've tried, but I couldn't do it right. Okay.
What did you try to sell?
Some DVDs, some loose Wii games actually that I got from someone that I checked the price of. They were worth nothing. Literally.
What did you try
pennies.
to sell them for?
I put them in a. I said mystery 3-disc blind box. I said no. I said mystery 3 Wii game lot.
Mystery.
And I was gonna list it for the total price, which was like $5. I was like, you get what you get. I think that's what I said on it, but I didn't end up doing it because I was like, no, that's me. Mystery. Okay. Share the show. We're a word of mouth show, so any way you can share it with others who would enjoy it would be super beneficial. Please go tell people about the show. We don't do advertising, so go tell people. Go put up posters for it and stuff. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your church members. Go spread the show.
Tell your dad.
Tell your dad. He'd enjoy it, maybe. I don't know. Credit to the team. Rylan Anderson, producer and graphic designer. Colton Anderson, creative/content advisor. Thank you, guys. Colton, are you listening to this? Are you listening to this episode? Colton?
If you're listening to this, you gotta say Monster Hunter Rise is the best Monster Hunter in the Discord server.
Exactly. That's our test. That's our test to see if you're...
that in the server.
You have to say it in the Discord server, not the GroupMate, the Discord server. Cool.
Oh, also anyone who says that in our server, I will mention in the next video or next episode.
That's amazing. Do it. Okay. If you're on Spotify, scroll down to the comments and tell us what you thought of the episode. Just comment. Just comment about the episode. That means a lot when we get comments.
Henry, that he sucks. That means something.
No, that's me. Last but not least, Remember to have the courage to stand up for the faith, the wisdom to speak God's word, and the power to live for the Lord in everything we do, because just by listening, you are furthering
our goal
that we set out to reach. Christian, we're gonna carry this on into the next episode. We're gonna do the CDI Zelda. Wand of Gamelon and the Faces of Evil. That's Zelda, Wand of Gamelon, and Link and the Faces of Evil, because they have the best Zelda names, because they're accurate, because they have the name of the hero in the title. There we go. Okay. Are you ready to
We're going to also talk about where it fits in the timeline?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Do you think it's just going to be able to fit into the dark timeline really easily?
Yes.
Because the dark timeline's the trash pit.
We got to explain ourselves. We got to gaslight ourselves into thinking it's actually canon.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do have to do that.
We got to actually genuinely find a timeline placement.
Absolutely, we do. Get excited for that, guys. We'll be back next episode to do that. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.